Do you have a good example? Can you give us a great story about someone who's gone through that program and become more independent and doing things on their own, and then they're healing at the same time? Can you share something like that?
Yeah, I can. I actually one of the gentlemen that I treated in my first 2 years, I believe, after coming to the Shepherd Center. I've been at Shepherd for I'm in my 10th year. His first name was Jonathan, and this was a guy that when you looked at him, so he was a former Marine. He carried the 60 in the Marines in the mountains of Afghanistan. So this is the guy. I'm not sure if he played college football, but he easily could have been a Division I linebacker. And he had all the right tattoos. If this individual walked into Costco on a Saturday, you would think this guy is in control of the world, right? This is someone I'm not going to mess with. This is also somebody that is in control of his world. So, he's a badass.
He was a Marine. He's a Marine. He's squared away.
And looked good coming off the bus.
And he still looks that way, right? And so he came to our treatment program. He'd had a number of blast injuries during his military service. He had served for, I believe it was in the just past 10 years of service, and then was medically discharged because of symptoms related to his service. And he was struggling. And one of the things we do when folks come to our program is we have them set their own goals. We say, okay, what goals do you want us to try to achieve? I shouldn't be setting your goals, right? And those goals can be family, they can be fitness, they can be work, they can be whatever you are trying to get out of treatment. And he came to the office and he told me that his goal was that he wanted to go to his daughter's elementary class and have lunch.
Oh, wow.
That was his goal. He was like, I can't do that. There's too much going on.
It's overwhelming.
I'm going to have symptoms. I couldn't go to an elementary school in the middle of the day and sit down and have lunch with my daughter. So that was his goal.
That's heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking. And I had a daughter that was exactly that age, the same age as his daughter at the time. And honestly, I get a little choked up every time I tell this story because it really hit. It hit me in a real personal way.
Yeah.
And if you looked at this person on the street, that's what we call this a silent injury. You would have no idea that he was struggling in this way. And of course, he couldn't do that. There were a whole lot of other things in his life that he was struggling to do.
Oh, I can only imagine.
But his goal was that he wanted to be able to go and have lunch with his daughter. And so our treatment team, that's what we do. Every single treatment that we were doing across our whole team was focused on trying to help him achieve that goal. And actually, about halfway through treatment, it took about 6 weeks into treatment, he had a home visit, and he went home, and when he came back, he was like, I did it.
That's awesome.
I had lunch with my daughter.